Hi, it's Leslie, Sister-Wives, and finally another major moment that we've all been waiting for. I know for me personally, since I've been watching the show about 10 years.
No secret that Kody and I have been in a rough spot for a long time. And I have decided to leave. I'm going to leave Kody. Just leave.
You gotta love it. Christine, she's sitting there so calm and chill as she just kind of like quietly tells them this news of hers, and everyone's like in total shock, even though they should all know it, or so they say, that everyone should know it. And she's choosing peace and joy. But girls, don't take that personally. It's not about you, it's about Kody, because he's the one I'm choosing peace and joy from. Then, of course, the onslaught of questions happened. Are you really serious? Are you for sure? And Robin was sitting there like a deer in the headlights, could not even believe it, so totally clueless. And she was like, so does this mean you're not moving to the property? I was like, get with the program, Robin. And then, of course, Robin is like, I'm looking at Kody. I'm looking at Christine. Are you sure? I'm looking at Kody. Are you really just going to let this happen? Because she is totally still into the patriarchy. Yes, that's how it works. She's like, he would have the control, he would have the power not to let it happen then, in theory. And of course they ask, oh, if you were in a good situation with you and Kody, would you be still doing this? All the hypotheticals. She needed to state right then and there, Christine needed to shut them all down with the typical political answer of, I don't answer hypotheticals. And of course, Kody is steaming mad because it's like she has taken her power back and is making her own decisions. And he's like, wait a second, you didn't run this by me.
The whole issue is from the beginning of this, she didn't ask me if I was okay if I didn't stay at her house. She just told me not to. She didn't ask me if it was okay if she moved my stuff out. She just did it. She didn't ask me if it was okay if she moved to Utah and took Truly. She just told me she was going to do it.
And yes, Kody, that is how it works. When someone says they've had enough, they don't actually run it by their partner. They just say they've had enough and they start making the decisions for themselves. And her decision is she's hitting the road. She's taking little Truly with her and moving back to Utah. And it was funny that he was worried about Christine actually going off and getting another man. Kind of like you did when you got bored with your wives. Christine now has that option. It's got to kill Kody. But we love it. And this is the funny thing. Now he says, you can't just take Truly because, it's got to be 50-50. And I'm sitting there thinking, this is the guy that he says he's so busy. He's a very busy man. He has no time. He can't spend full days over at Christine's because he's a very busy guy. Who would be watching Truly? Say she flies back out for her 50% of the time. What, does Robin watch her then? Or one of the other girls? They get a sit. Like, it makes no sense. Why would he want 50%? I'm with Christine on this. He's had all this time to put time into raising Truly, and now he wants to, just to be a badass and say he wants 50% of the time. No, he's just bitter. He's lost control of her, and now he is like, oh my God, I've lost control of one of the wives. I need to reel back in these others because, Janelle now has bought a camper, which is a whole nother situation. She's buying a camper so that she can move on to the land because she's like, and I actually think this is a good idea. If that's what you want to do, get rid of all the freaking houses and just be done with that and move on to the land and just start doing what you wanted to do 3 years ago. She buys a trailer, which was kind of crazy. So Janelle's her own woman with that camper and everything, make her own decisions. She didn't run it by Kody. Anyway, so she buys this big pull behind. You need a big truck to do it. And she didn't really think it through because she's thinking Kody could pull it with his truck. I don't even understand, because if all it's going to do is sit on the land, why would you then buy, she says she has to buy a whole nother truck to pull this camper onto the land. Why don't you just rent? You're going to pull it onto the land and there it's going to sit for the next year until you're done with it and you have your house. These people just, I don't know why you would buy a truck to do that. Or why didn't you buy the camper with the truck built in so you just pull it? And anyway, so Janelle is all happy, and you could just see Kody's face when he was like, oh yeah, we'll be living, you'll stay with me in the camper. And he was like, oh good God. Mary's looking real good about now. At least if I stay with her again, I have a nice house and everything. These women are making it so tough. Christine's done, doesn't stay at Mary. Robin doesn't want him there all the time. And now Janelle's going to live in a freaking camper and he's got to use an outhouse or something with us. Poor Kody. Poor Kody. Oh, I just thought of it like that camper, and you think about it, there might, those beds, they can't be real wide. There might be some forced intimacy between Kody and Janelle in that camper. Ooh, Mary's situation snuggling up over at Mary's might be a much better situation. Anyway, before I continue, please subscribe and hit that notification bell.
I got a feeling through this experience that each wife has a breaking point where they're just not going to put up with whatever the other wife's needs are anymore. And they're like going, do their own thing.
And as Kody said, each wife has their breaking point, and I guess Christine has hit hers. But it's kind of like with Christine leaving, it's kind of shown a light on the others. They're like, oh God, we're the losers that are stuck here with him. And it's funny, Robin says, now that, this has happened, and oh my God, I hope everybody takes it seriously. Why just now are you taking it seriously? What about the last 10 years? When you have unhappy people, you're supposed to be in this union of 5 people, and you see someone unhappy, that's the time to actually stage an intervention and do something to try to make, something to get the situation fixed. And now, only now that Christine's leaving, they decide they better take this seriously or our whole family's going to crumble. Well, yeah, but a little bit too little too late there. And you gotta love Robin, because she's all into this patriarchy, because now Kody's like, I am reeling the remaining wives back into this mess. He goes, I'm not losing control again. I got rid of the one bad seed. I am going to reel all these others back in, because everyone needs to follow my lead. I am the leader. I make the decisions and you fall in. This is patriarchy. That's what you've all signed up for, and I am the man. Anyway, this was such an exciting episode. For all us viewers have been waiting for Kody to finally get a little piece of his own back at him. Glorious, glorious. Anyway, if you like my recap, please subscribe and hit the notification bell and leave any comments of what you thought about this episode. And I will see you next time. Bye.